Internet ghosts have been wiped off the face of the planet, and I can finally move on. So what's next? No. You're joking. No, this can't be happening. I hate Phulse. Yes, there's another Phulse, a 2010 TV movie made in the UK. Seriously, why? Why Phulse? It's apparently the go-to name if you've got nothing. Hey, I can't think of a name to call my movie. Call it Phulse. Isn't there like 17 movies already called that? Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So we begin with a little surgery with one of the best surgeons in the world.
You alright?
Damn it, I forgot I had 2 of these. And the anesthesiologist is right on the ball too as the patient starts to wake up.
Not again.
They're the best! Anyway, they insert a little something extra into him called a pulse. No, not really, just trying to invent a reason to warrant this being called Phulse. So we meet our main character Hannah, a just returning medical intern who apparently freaked out during an operation, while the rest of her colleagues covertly mock her from 4 feet away.
Hi.
You came back then?
No, I didn't. She couldn't have been gone that long if the rest of the interns haven't really progressed past her. After that extremely useful exchange, she goes home, fixes her hair in the mirror, and... Wow, I think those mirrors were invented just for people to appear behind you after closing them. So Dr. Nick is sleeping with one of his interns because he's cool. And after having a little chat about how the Hannah came back the very next day, he's putting a band-aid over his shitty surgery performance didn't fix it. I guess you can't trust anything from Left 4 Dead. But I guess if you stick a needle in it, it'll get a bit better. That must mean he knew what this guy had, so you think maybe he would have been extra careful instead of just chopping up his hand?
Now this is where you really start learning.
So she really didn't miss a thing?
I'm not sleeping very well. I think it's these injections that give me bad dreams.
Uh-oh, he's got a baby alien in him!
I was mistaken.
Yeah, it's just crazy old Hannah. She's always good for a laugh.
He mentioned to me about some injections that have been giving him discomfort, only I couldn't find them on his chart.
Well, that's probably because there aren't any injections.
No injections, just surgeries to place random unknown organs in him. Oh, and by the way, be sure not to cut yourself near him. Not that I know anything about that.
You know, it's strange seeing you in that white coat. You look so like your mother.
Right down to the freaking out during examinations. Oh man, your mother was a blast to have around the hospital. Oh, and speaking of her mother... Oh, Hannah, you so crazy! After screwing and having another talk about how crazy Hannah is, Stella here finds one of Dr. Nick's needles lying around the cupboard.
Hannah's not important.
Nick.
Oh, Nick, Hannah conversations always put me in the mood.
What did you see?
Something moving inside him which is ridiculous, impossible.
Like when you see your mum.
I haven't got over Mum's death.
What 7-year-old actually knows who their parents are anyway? So she obsesses and obsesses over this fantasy, propping up her make-believe with scraps of a happy life that never was. Wake up!
Just kick me out of the hospital, please.
She examines Mr. Max again and doesn't freak out. Stop! Kneel time! Hannah goes to tell Dr. Nick the big news, how she didn't freak out during the examination, and he's really happy to hear about it. Really, really happy about it.
No, that's not how I want things to be. Nick?
I want you, Hannah.
Nick, stop! Nick!
Hannah?
Nick, stop it!
I want you. Don't fight me.
Nick, stop it!
Not it doesn't get that far, but yes, these two previously had a relationship, so Dr. Nick sleeps with all his interns apparently and is really bummed over the fact he couldn't be doing two at once. Then this guy comes to yell at his brother for watching autopsies. He then takes off down the hallway and gets shot. Sorry, no, I'm just getting bored. And what will cure that more than bitching about relationships?
It was a stupid moment.
Yeah, you're having a lot of those, aren't you?
Yeah, don't bring this up with Dr. Nick, the one who instigated and, the one you're actually in a relationship with. And guess what? She actually doesn't.
I was confused, and Nick just gonna cry sexual harassment because that would go so well for you.
Even though it's his fault, I'm mad at you because I'm a stupid character. Ah! Put red tape on it! And a cell phone at the same time? You really are crazy, Hannah. It was apparently Mr. Maddox asking for her, and she goes in to see one of his mysterious injections.
Mr. Maddox asked for me.
Did he?
Injection. It's not on the chart.
I must have forgotten. I'm always doing that.
Forgetting to document injections, cutting my hand during surgery, the usual hospital mishaps. I'm so casual right now.
You're letting yourself get too involved.
If there's one thing this hospital needs, it's less caring about the patients and more careless mistakes.
It's really hard. But you think it's really hard.
Oh, I know.
Really hard.
I know.
Really hard.
I know.
You think it's really hard.
Oh, I know.
Her ever so insightful friend takes off, but Hannah studies the night away.
Wait a minute! I'm still in here!
Does she really think it's just someone flicking a light switch on the other side of the room?
Hello? This isn't funny.
Well, after escaping that book-throwing ghost which will never be brought up again, Hannah luckily finds the security likes locking a lot of people up in the library. So after those shenanigans, she finds out Mr. Maddox's injections have magically appeared on his charts.
Shouldn't you be out and about getting trolleyed somewhere instead of pissing off the nursing staff?
The records
Are exactly as they should be.
Good night.
This hospital has the highest mortality rate in the entire country, and I'm not about to let you screw that up!
You can't let it get to you, my young apprentice.
I'm not.
Good.
I think there's something wrong with Charlie Maddox's treatment.
Fulfill your destiny.
In this place, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Not because you don't care, but because at the end of the day, can you really make any difference?
The mentality all doctors should have. Dr. Nick goes home to make a vlog trying to justify his idiocy.
Specific dosages I have managed to control the dispersal. Cutting myself might have turned out to be a lucky accident.
But it hurt him, so it shows him who's lucky.
About the Maddox operation, I'm not sure the interns should be observing.
Why not?
Well, I've been doing secret experiments on him. That and my hands tend to get in the way of my scalpels.
There's not too much blood. He's awake.
Of course he is! When do we ever do anything right around here? Guess they're all infected now. Good thing they weren't wearing surgical goggles or anything.
We lost him. But you can content yourselves with the thought that it doesn't get much worse than that.
Our bad. After being casual about his massive bleeding doesn't work with Stella, Dr. Nick politely asks her to leave.
I said get out!
Leaving her, of course, with only her mortal enemy to put on the case.
You impress me, my young apprentice. You made your choice.
You will die.
Hannah goes to see what happened with Maddox, but he's... infected with the T-virus! After after severing the connection to the brain, Maddox dies for reals, and Hannah is oddly enough starting to have some suspicions about Dr. Nick's methods.
I'm not gonna hurt you! Stay away from me! What you saw! That's not what I wanted, no one expected it! It wasn't cancer! We put it inside. The injections, they're supposed to keep it under control. It's absorbed, it keeps him going. They said we were gonna make breakthroughs.
Of course, it all makes sense now. He put it inside him because they said it'd make breakthroughs. Case closed.
Nick.
Oh!
You're infected.
With the T-virus!
Go!
I'll explain everything later.
Oh, the real explanation is coming later. Mom, I know you're dead and all, but this is not the time.
Hey, sweetie. I'm a dope. I was in such a rush to get Harrison organized, I forgot my ID for the plane. So I'm zooming home for it. Means we'll be on a later puddle jumper, but...
Of course that means the Trinity Killer has already gotten to Dr. Nick. So much for that real explanation.
But it doesn't matter what I do. What I choose. I'm what's wrong. This is fate.
But we do get the reason why Hannah's mother kept appearing to her. Because she's a zombie, of course. Must have been one of those Day of the Dead 2 zombies with the psychic powers. So do you guys see any reason for that to be called Phulse? I think Incompetence would have been a much more fitting title. This thing was just freaking dull, and every character in this seems like moments from passing out themselves. So they create zombies to cure... something, but because of incompetence, Dr. Nick infects himself and possibly the rest of the interns. It seems like there's something more meant for this story though, but who the hell wants to see a hospital drama with zombies? Wait a second, that could be pretty awesome. It just has to be done completely different than that.
How dare you review this movie, Phelous? It's a British film. I should have done it.
What? Why?
Hello? Film British? I think that denotes being British, thank you.
Your name isn't Film British?
I never said it was. This is the worst review I've ever seen. You act all surprised that you're reviewing another Pulse film, when clearly that was the only reason you were bothering with this.
I'm no happier than you with this. I thought I was done, but no, there just had to be another Pulse, a TV movie made over in your neck of the woods.
And that's another thing. Whilst this is a TV movie, it was also meant as a pitch pilot so it could be picked up as a series, something you failed to mention once. Where is your sense of professionalism?
What are you gonna do about it? Lock me out of my room again?
No, I'm just gonna lock you out of your body.
A sonic screwdriver won't do anything to me.
Oh no?
Yeah, Oh, I see. I was an internet ghost the whole time. And it makes sense I was able to appear and do this review since there's a zombie of me sitting there.
Well, I must dash, Phelous, but enjoy your endless run of Pulse movies.
No! The cycle must end here! The frequency ran out! The frequency takes
I don't like this movie. He doesn't look too friendly. These monsters seem so fake. My nerves are gonna break. Phelous, don't let me down. You need to be around. Grab that running one up and blast that single new one. This movie look shitty. Phelous, oh Phelous, bring on multi-comedy. Oh Phelous, oh Phelous, and some horror movies. Oh Phelous, oh Phelous, I don't care how now you sound. Oh Phelous, oh Phelous, what's your opinion about?
What are you gonna do? Lock me out of my room again?
Yep.
He locked me out of my room!
Film British, I think that denotes intelligence, thank you. Wait, wrong line.